Boom! We're back on the ram air ducts. I know. I expected to be finished in this video, but it don't look like it. Countless times I've printed and gone down there, tried it and come back up, and printed and gone down there and come back up. Mate, I should have bought a 3D scanner. This in all of them. This is just a few. I've been no end that's not ended up going the way I wanted to. But yeah, I mean, I think you've seen these when I started printing in one of the videos. You may have seen that one, I don't know. But yeah, trying to do a 3D object from pictures is just really, really hard. I mean, I watched Adam Savage trying to do guns and out of movies and stuff like that, and yeah, even though he had pictures, reference pictures of the actual thing, it was just way off. So that's my excuse anyway. But yeah, I started with these, and then I've done that, done this, done that bit, then done the air duct. I mean, I've had to chop it massively to try and get it round where the fork is. But yeah, I mean, like I say, it looks a mess, an absolute mess. I mean, the print is terrible. But it was just to try to make sure that I got the right depth on things and it all locked into place and stuff. Yeah, and each one has a tweak to it, so whether it's a cut or a corner or it's shifted some way, form or another. Yeah, I mean if you put them up, there's not really a lot of difference. I mean, like I say, it's just subtle differences that I've had to do. Yeah. I mean, I think that one fit. That was the first one that fit proper. This just here was off. But that's how it runs when you're trying to do things blind. You keep printing it and going down, checking it, printing it, checking it, printing it, checking it, and so on. Yeah, I mean, this is ultimately the one that fits, and I mean, I've split it into two just to make it easier to print. But yeah, that's, and I've channeled it out and put vents in. I mean, I don't know if you can see that. If I bring it up, you can see the light contoured. So if you look at it flat, you can't. You can barely see through it. Let's bring it where the light is. Nah, you're not going to see it. But yeah, the light contoured. So what it does is it sucks air in from the air duct and then bends the air and pushes it up towards the brake pads and calipers. I mean, I'm no aerodynamicist or whatever they're called, so I don't know whether this or this is going to restrict the airflow or whether it's going to compress it and force it through faster. I mean, am I better just deleting all that and just having a square open space? I mean, I don't know. If anyone wants to drop a comment with their thoughts or ideas, you know what I mean, it'd be much appreciated. But yeah, that's what locks into the caliper. So it locks on the forks just there, and then the top of the M50 caliper locks in there, with that recess, so this not going nowhere, you know what I mean, it's proper locked in. I did a mock-up one here. I mean, this I wasn't happy with, this duct. I mean, it looked a bit of a mess. I mean, this seems to be level there, and then it comes down there, and then it like goes back up there. I mean, it wasn't square, but I've had to hack it all away to get it to fit round the fork, so I can get measurements off this. Same with the bottom. I mean, it don't look pretty, but yeah. But I mean, that fit fine. So that actually fit on the bike and it was fine. I'll show you some pictures in a bit. We'll go through the pictures of it. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't a great print. I've just rushed the print as fast as I can just to get it out. So that's that one. This is the other, what, version, God knows what, duct. I mean, this isn't the final finish one, because the front's different, but I've printed this off just to make sure that I get enough clearance to get round the forks, or fork should I say. But yeah, I mean, that'll be permanently on there like that, not glued, but it'll be 3D printed in one go. I mean, if I hold that there and then get a torch, where's a torch? There we go. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Yeah. So you get the gist. It's got the flow through. You know what I mean? I'm wondering the amount of volume of air that'll suck in. You see, what you've got to bear in mind as well is the mudguard is contoured like that right next to it. So all the air that's being forced around the mudguard will get shoved into that intake. So there'll be plenty of air going through there. And then we've got a big cutout there. I mean, there's no restriction in that pipe now, you know what I mean? The only restriction that I think I've got is this. So I'm wondering, do I cut it all out the same as this? But if I do that, air's just going to blow. Air's just going to blow that way. You know what I mean? So air will come in the intake there and get forced around that bend and then just blow that way. Well, if it blows that way, it's hitting, it's just being blowed into the centre of the wheel. I mean, the caliper's up here. You know what I mean? That's why I've channeled them air ducts inside this part to point up. I mean, the air will get pointing that way. You know what I mean? I mean, like I say, I'm just guessing. I ain't got a clue. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, 4 hours to print that. 4 hours. Jesus Christ. 4 hours. Yeah. But yeah, like I say, the front's changed angle. And I've got a little trim that goes round the front that I was thinking put some crosshatch things in to stop stones and whatnot. I mean, the stones ain't going to get by it with this. You know what I mean? But if I delete that and cut it out, then it's straight through. It's like a straight run. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing. Yeah, so that's where we're up to. You know what I mean? I mean, that didn't print well. That didn't print bad, I'd say. You know what I mean? And I printed it all in one, upright like that. Yeah, so all the overhang, I mean, there was a little bit of an issue just here. You know what I mean? But I mean, if I give the files away to whoever, my advice would probably be to get it printed professionally. You know what I mean? I mean, you can print it yourself. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're happy with the finish of it, then yeah, it's not an issue. I mean, one thing I would say is I'd print it with 100% infill as well. I mean, I ain't done it on this one because it's just a test piece, but I mean, if you look, I mean, that is proper flexible. You know what I mean? I mean, the top's solid, but the sides, yeah, proper flexible. So I mean, a good smack will pull on that, and I reckon it'll break apart. I mean, it's only PLA as well. I mean, you might be better printing this in ABS. So, and I think you're gonna have issues when it's all together and it's all one solid object or body. I think you're gonna have issues trying to print it because the amount of support you're gonna need, you know what I mean, is gonna be phenomenal. See, I'd print it like that, but like I say, you're gonna need to add support unless you split it in two or something like that. Or I mean, I could always distribute the files in parts and then you glue it all together. You know what I mean? I mean, there's that option. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to make quite a few different versions of this. So there's going to be some that's got the GoPro and Insta360 mounts. You know what I mean? There'll be a number of versions different for different writing. You know what I mean? And any that you want tailored to you, I can do. So yeah. But let's jump over to the computer and let's have a look at some of the pictures. Right, so here we are on the computer. Yeah, so I've took not a hell of a lot, but I've took a few pictures of how I was getting on when I was going down there and trying them and stuff. So these are the early versions of it, or earlier. Yeah, managed to get it to fit in that groove on the M50s. So it locks in there, and then you've got a flange either side, front and back of this Öhlins fork. So like I say, that plate is not going nowhere. What else we got? Yeah, the thing that you don't get from pictures is from what I've printed to the top of that bit there on that fork, you know what I mean, you have to go down and measure it, and then this side is practically nothing, you know what I mean. Then you've got the radius of that bit of the fork there, and then you've got a miss there, because if anyone's got crash bobbins on the front forks, you know what I mean, you want your duct to go over that so they can still fit the crash bobbins. Yeah, there's quite a few things that you've got to think about. But you see, look there, look. So, I don't know, it's probably 3 or 4 mil there. Whereas there, it's probably, I don't know, 20 mil, 15 mil. Yeah, and it's really, really hard with pictures. Like I say, if you get a 3D scanner, you could probably do this in half the time I've done it in. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's the vents. and then on the other side, as the air goes in there, it gets rammed up towards the pads and the discs. You know what I mean? I think this bottom row and that really long one at the bottom will blow it past the disc onto the other side. So it's kind of cooling both sides of the caliper, if you like. Yeah, a bit closer view. Like I say, don't pay attention to the prints, they're just roughed out quick as hell. What else we got? Yeah. Oh, that was the poor attempt at the first duct. Like I say, I just chopped out quite a bit. Well, chopped out this corner bit here because I knew it wouldn't fit, and then went down, and then the fork didn't fit there, so I had to chop that out. I mean, you can see where I've hacked it out. And a load of pictures of the different versions I've printed out, or some of them. Now that's it on the bike. You know what I mean? Which fit quite well. I mean, no issues. I mean, like I say, I had to chop along that bottom there and along the top here where that radius is. And it's really, really low there. So you ain't going to get a crash bobbing on your front fork. So I had to redesign it. But yeah, you can see where I've hacked it away with some snips. Made a right mess. But it was just to give me the depth so I could calculate how far off I needed to be. And same with the bottom. Bottom one's not as bad. But like I say, that's way too close for any crash bobbins. You know what I mean? So I just scashed this version, redid it, just went into Fusion and mocked up another couple, and then just picked the one I liked. Yeah, I mean, once that air duct there is joined to that plate, what I'll do is I'll bevel all that so it all blends in. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, getting there. You know what I mean? What else we got? This is where I'm up to now. So this is the revised duct that I've done. Now it misses the bit where the, let's see if we can get a better picture. Yeah, it misses the bit where the crash bobbins go. I'm not sure about this front. I might re-edit that, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's looking good. Like I say, I've only printed it tonight, so tomorrow, when I get time, I'll go down there and try it. See if it clears the forks and all the obstacles on the inside. But yeah, there's the GoPro one. So I'll probably do a version with a GoPro mount on the top, and then a version with a GoPro mount on the bottom, on the side. Sorry, you know what I mean. And there'll be quite a few different versions. So whether you want the GoPro mounts or not, you know what I mean, you'll still be able to print off whichever version you want. Same with the text with the writing on it. I mean, where we at? So you got Ducati Panigale and then 12.99s. I'll do it 11.99, 11.99 V4, or just Panigale, or whatever you want. You know what I mean? Or just Ducati. I mean, yeah. So we'll just have to see how it goes. I mean, I might have to redesign this totally. Might not fit. I don't know. But we'll see tomorrow. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'm wondering as well if anyone's got any comments. Should I grid this front to stop stones or whatever else, or should I just leave it open? You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, quick video. The next one is really going to be the last one. You know what I mean? I'm only doing one more. This is dragging on forever. I mean, I've spent countless days and hours on CAD and printing. So yeah, I mean, how far do you go? Do you just keep going and going and going, or do you just mock it up and print it off and get it to fit and just away you go? As long as I'm happy with it myself, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? So, like I say, we'll wait and see tomorrow. I'll fit that and see if it fits, and if it doesn't, I'll tweak it a little bit and then try again. But yeah, anyway, this is just a quick update, and I'll probably do one more final video with it all printed out and fitted to my bike, and then anyone who's subscribed to my channel, email me. I'll send you whatever version you want, free. You just print it yourself or get a company to print it and fit it to your bike. It's going to be so easy to fit. All you do is just slack off the caliper bolts, you know what I mean, right to the limit, slide your caliper up, pop this in, tighten your caliper back down, and job done. No messing about bolting it to pinch bolts and caliper bolts and God knows what else. So yeah, right, I shall hopefully see you next time it's all done, ready and printed. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.